in East Wenatchee. Joel Frank, managing principal and founder of Equilus Group Incorporated, and Jake Carpenter, vice president of investor relations at Equilus Capital Partners, sat down in their East Wenatchee office, sprinkled with rodeo memorabilia as a nod to Joel's agricultural background, to chat about their growing business.
Well, Equilus came about kind of out of a vision that I had about probably 8 years ago. I was working with some financial advisory firms, the Fortune 100, and they really weren't serving our client base the way that I thought we could and should. I left there and started Equilus Group in 2013, a macro advisory group. And what that does is it works bringing all the powers to be, the attorneys, the CPAs, our financial advisors working together as a team. So not covering any cross-advisor gaps that most wealth managers have in their portfolio. So we're able to kind of bring it in, you can envision as a financial SWAT team. And it was very successful.
From there, Joel Frank and the Equilus Group took their services a step further with Equilus Capital Partners.
Equilus Capital Partners was our, we founded in 2017, and that is our real estate investment trust funds that we put together. They're much like a mutual fund. And they were started by Congress in 1960 for REITs. So that's kind of our investment leg that we do for our wealth management side.
So what does the word Equilus mean?
Well, Equilus is a Latin name, and Equilus means financial strength. And in Latin, the horse was regarded as strength, and that is kind of the term that has come from Equilus. It's financial strength.
Raised on a ranch in eastern Oregon, Joel competed for 18 years in the rodeo saddle broncs. Jake also lives an active lifestyle as a former bodybuilder and continues to train. They say they bring these backgrounds to the job and into their relationships with clients.
I think it's really unique. It's the same inner strength that I found when I was competing on the rodeo circuit. It's having that self-discipline and overcoming a lot of the challenges when you're an athlete. And most of our financial, because I think we've all been athletes. So it's it's kind of funny that I realize and think back on that, but I think there's an inner strength that you get from competing and going through that process early in life of being an athlete.
That translates over into how we work with clients. You can't be there for them one week and not there for them another week. It's a relationship building process. It's just like in marriage, you got to work at it every day, but that work pays off. It's a seed that grows into something really special.
I think the other side of that too is the educational output that we put out to our clients. We hold a lot of seminars throughout the year, educational seminars for our clients to keep them up to speed to any of the regulatory changes and some of the things, where their investments are at. We produce a quarterly newsletter here in the house. It goes out to our investors. So we really like to keep them in touch and treat them like family. They are part of our family.
Jake says he came to Equilus to help solve problems for clients by ending the gaps that occur between financial advisors.
Well, I came into financial services in November of 2006, and I initially started working with New York Life, selling life insurance, and pretty quickly moved into estate planning and wealth transfer, business succession. And I shared a similar vision to Joel in that I would go into a situation and I would solve a problem over here and create a problem somewhere else simultaneously. And the reason why that was happening is because, as Joel said, the advisors don't talk to each other. The financial planners don't communicate with the CPAs, and the CPAs don't communicate with the attorneys, and the attorneys don't communicate with the real estate brokers, and so on and so forth. So I shared that vision that Joel initially had of bringing together a team of advisors that can build strategies with little to no cross-advisor gaps. It's called a macro advising platform. And in doing that, we found a lot of success in being able to serve our clients.
Kind of your analogy with a doctor. Everybody, I think, goes to a doctor and they have a general practitioner, right? But you don't go to your general practitioner for brain surgery. And a lot of our clients are wealth clients, and they need specialty type advice and advisors that know that can work with the taxation, that can work with that. And so we put together a team of some of the best tax advisors, CPAs. We look for the best. We put together a strategic team, the best of the best, to serve our wealth clients. And so we like to go in and kind of think of ourselves as the brain surgeons.
With 75 to 80% of their clients in the ag industry, Jake explains the process for clients who come to Equilus, a process that sets education as a priority.
For the most part, I'm almost like the beginning of you going through our funnel. So I take a relationship building conversation that helps me understand where you're at and where you want to be. Maybe identify some cross-advisor gaps, right out of the gates. And then we will process through building the relationship with our clients and identifying the specific gaps and issues and shortfalls that they're dealing with. We will take them through a process that will hone down and give them more options through educating them on what we do and how we do it. Most of our clients, since they're already wealthy, they're already working with a team, their team just isn't talking to each other. So we will then we build a good strategy to take back to them. We would engage their own attorney, CPA, financial advisor, depending on how, what their situation is and the trust level they have with their advisors. And then we would implement those strategies and make sure everyone's on board so everyone's working together in the best interest of the client. What we're looking for is people that are searching for a relationship-focused process, not a transactional process. And I tell people when I first meet with them, look, if you're looking for a transactional process where you call us up and you tell us, hey, I want to buy this stock and sell this stock, we're not your folks. We're looking for a long-term relationship. We truly feel at Equilus Capital Partners that you cannot identify the specific and really deep underlying issues of someone's wealth management unless you get to know them extremely well, the dynamics of their family, the dynamics of their business, understand how all of those dynamics work together, and engage their own trusted professionals.
At the end of the day, Joel Frank says he's proudest of the team who has helped bring Equilus to where it is today, serving clients in Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. Joel says Equilus Capital Partners brings options and a trusting relationship to its clients.